Welcome back to Furuno Connections. We continue on with our radar shootout as we see how all four radar systems stack up side by side. Today we're doing something a little bit different and we're adding an obstruction to the test. We have our skiff and it's on the other side of a bridge. We're going to send it under the bridge towards our boats and we're going to see how all four systems pick it up. But we're going to put all four systems into their Doppler mode to see if they put the skiff into a different color target to let us know that it is a threat. Then we're going to put the radars back into standard mode and we're going to send the skiff under the bridge. We're going to see which of the radars can actually see the skiff when it gets to the other side of the bridge. So sit back, relax, and enjoy this episode of Furuno Connections.
So he's almost a mile away. Let's have him turn around and come back. Let's turn on the Doppler functions. For us, it's target analyzer, and see how it looks when he comes back, and see if we can see a difference. See if we can see some red or some different color targets as a warning. Okay, just to be clear, I've just enabled target analyzer. To do that on the TZ Touch 3 MFD, it's really simple. We pushed all these features into the layer mode. I look at target analyzer, I can turn it off and on very simply. So you'll see that all the fixed targets will stay green. And anything moving at us, you'll see will turn red. So anything a threat to us moving at us at a speed of more than about 3 knots will automatically turn red, and that's a threat to us. That's the way you can easily interpret this image. So we have that one boat, and you have the other boats separating. So now there's technically two vessels that could be a threat to us, and we should be aware of them. The other vessels are basically either not moving or moving so slow that they're not really a threat. We don't have to worry about them. You can see that one boat on the right just past that one marker, which is fixed. So you can see how the Doppler functionality really makes radar interpretation much, much easier than in the past. In the past, I'd have all these green blobs on the screen, for example, and I'd have to study them sweep after sweep after sweep, and I would have to determine what they were doing. But with the target analyzer feature, I can easily see them coming. I can easily see which ones are a threat and which ones are red coming at us. And right now, the small skiff is about to emerge from the other side of the bridge coming towards us. So we'll see him. Right now I have one target, and the skiff is just starting to show up as a target analyzer target.
Okay, so we do have something moving out from under the bridge.
And that would be Austin.
Yep, that's definitely Austin.
Yep.
So system B, we have him coming in at about a half mile. He just emerged from the bridge and he's heading towards us.
So we have got the skiff is on the other side of the bridge now. This may be him right here coming in and out. And we're faintly seeing that target in white. We've seen it, there it is, it gets turned red right there.
Same with us, we have him marking as a dark red target analyzer threat target. So right now I'm showing 2 threat targets on my display. Everything else is green with pretty good consistency. I'm also showing cars on the bridge that are actually red, that are interpreting them as a threat. So sometimes I'll see red targets on the bridge. Those are actually the cars coming at us.
That's pretty impressive. We're not getting anywhere near that. The target tracker is on, but we're not picking up any targets that are color-coded yet. So Austin's skiff is not color-coded, nor are the cars on the bridge. So.
All right, so he's well within the half-mile ring, and even still on some sweeps, we do drop him.
Yes, we do.
And clearly on a day like today, I wouldn't be needing the radar because clearly, as you can see, Austin is right there.
Right. We started to see him come into view at just under half a mile. He was being flashed in and out, but for the most part, he's constantly been painting red. So the Doppler mode seems to be doing its job. Pretty much in this situation, we do have a dangerous target coming at us, and it is painting us in red. We did have a couple other targets around us that were being painted red, but they didn't necessarily look like they were moving at us.
You can easily see how the Furuno radar, the target analyzer function, is super reliable. I mean, it's not is not ambiguous at all. It's very easy to see that that skiff is a threat to us. Almost every sweep, solid red. And we can even have him go past us and watch how he'll change from red to green.
So Eric, that target analyzer Doppler mode was so impressive to me, to be able to see the targets in red coming towards me, green going away from me. We picked up, you know, the buses, the trucks going across the 7 Mile Bridge.
Yeah.
But you know, when it's foggy out, which, you know, there's been some unfavorable conditions here lately and unfavorable accidents that's happened. But you know, so if this right here alone can prevent anybody from getting into an accident, this is the best feature that I personally see on this Furuno unit. And after testing, we blew the competition away. And the one thing I know, when I'm boating, I got clients on board, safety is my utmost importance.
Of course.
And I will be using this feature all the time.
Yeah.
When you're serious about safety, this is definitely the unit you need, and definitely the mode you want it in whenever you have radar on.
So one of the comments we just had, we were testing these boats and everybody's within tight proximity of each other. And I'm able to see system A behind us, directly behind us, and off to the side is system B and C. And you can see system A coming up to our right here. The boat's approaching us, but also some buoys around us too we're picking up. And right now he's within 15 feet, 20 feet of us, and we have target separation, no problem. We can pick that boat up. And that's at 0.125. I can even zoom in a little bit more and get even tighter range resolution. And you can see we're within, 20, 25 feet of that boat. Picking it up no problem on the other side. And also the flats boat ahead of us. So really pretty easy to see, pretty easy to determine what's around us. Really nice situational awareness. Also, you may notice that there's some noise spikes on the screen, which is to be expected when we have 4 of these solid state radars transmitting side by side, all pulse radars. You would normally see some noise spikes. One of the questions is, how well does each of the radars handle those noise spikes, and how often do they occur? How fat are they? Are they going to be a problem for navigation? So right now we're up against the 7 Mile Bridge. We're going to send the flats boat underneath the bridge to monitor just how well the radar can see it through and onto the other side of the bridge, each radar. And we're all lined up pretty much in a row. We're sending him out right now, and this is him going out. He's about 600 feet away. So we're going to watch him go, and we're going to see if we can pick him up going through and onto the other side of the bridge. Target's looking pretty good. There's another
sailboat.
There's a sailboat and a marker right up there that we're looking at.
Yeah, we have a sailboat that's approaching from right here coming through.
Okay.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, there's a sailboat on the other side I can see, yeah. So this is the sailboat on the other side of the bridge that's coming through. That's about 0.8 miles away. So let's just see what happens. Right now, the 17-foot boat is approaching that fixed marker. And he's just gonna pass it in another 10 seconds or so. So we have pretty good target separation right here. The targets are merged. That's a function of the roughly 3.9 degree beam width of the dome radar. You'll see as that boat continues on, the targets will separate again, and we can still monitor him about 0.3 miles away. It's looking good. Right under the middle of this bridge is the channel that goes through the center and the high span of the bridge, which we'll show you in video.
I'm marking that sailboat right there, then there's another boat right there.
Yeah.
Very close to
There's
each
a couple
other.
boats, yeah. So we can still have target separation on the other side. The flats boat is about almost at the bridge right now.
Yep.
That's him right there. About ready to go underneath it, so that'll merge. About a half mile away, almost exactly. So he's under the bridge right now, and then we're gonna watch him, see if we can track him on the other side. It's low on the water, the flats boat, so it's a difficult target at range. If you remember all the radars,
There he is.
yeah, and there he is on the other side. So we're picking him up. All right, does anybody have Austin on the other side of the bridge?
Unconfirmed. I've got one target that's not moving that looks like it should be about his position, but I don't think it's him.
Well, we just have one.
Yeah, we have him about on and off, inconsistently, but we have a target about 0.78 or 8.89, 0.86 miles away.
All right, guys, so what we're doing, once again, we're sitting off the 7 Mile Bridge. I believe we're just east of it, facing west. We have Austin running away from us again on the 17-foot yellowfin flatch boat. And what we're going to do is we're going to try to track him as he heads under the bridge and see if he pops out under the other side. And we're going to let you guys see exactly what we're seeing. Take a look. Okay, the moving target right here appears to be Austin approaching the bridge. We're not really sure what that is behind him because there's no target behind him visually.
It's the marker.
Oh,
It's the marker. Okay, so he's passing a marker. Good. And as you see, coming up on a half a mile as Austin approaches the bridge, this is him right here. He's coming and going.
You know, I see same as before, Tim. He's
Right.
intermittent.
Yeah, especially
You know?
It seems like when we get to a half a mile,
Yeah.
he really starts struggling with having him. That's him again right there.
So he's about to go underneath right now and see if we can pick him up on the other side.
There he goes, heading into the bridge. Okay, now we can officially see him visually going under the bridge. Okay, so right now, as you look at, we're not seeing anything on the other side of the bridge yet that's a consistent return. Okay, he's just off our port bow, so that light blue dot coming in might be him. See if we can keep him long enough to, there we go. And this is kind of a tough test because, you know, for any radar that's shooting into a bridge, I mean, this bridge is called 7 Mile Bridge, right, Mike? Because it's 7 miles long. Right. So it's a massive superstructure we're sending this little boat through. And it's just because we really want to test these units hard. You know, we want to give them the maximum pressure on these radars, you know, we can to expose their pluses and minuses. I mean, we want you guys to see both sides of it. So if we can get Austin on the other side, great. It looks like we had him coming and going. Now it looks like we've missed him completely, but I kind of expected that since even in the open water test, we were losing him at a half mile anyway.
Right, but you know, this test, you know, in terms of a safety standpoint, it's very important because let's say you're a larger vessel coming in at night,
right,
going underneath the bridge, you clearly want to see what's on the other side before you commit to, you know, going into the channel.
Absolutely.
All right, so we've got Austin's moving ahead of us right now. We can see him right here. We're picking him up on the radar pretty good. He's heading towards the bridge. We're gonna see if we can pick him up after he passes on the other side of the bridge. It's a little less than a mile, so we should be okay. What do you think's gonna happen?
I think we're going to pick him up very clearly.
You think we're gonna get him?
Yeah, it's
Okay.
a good radar. It's proven itself, all the other tests that we have done, and I think it's going to work phenomenal.
I mean, we're picking up stuff on the other side of this bridge, so I
Yeah.
think we should be okay. We'll see if we can separate him from these other boat targets out
Yeah.
here. We do have a few false targets on here, which are probably echoes from the bridge. You'll notice it's kind of a straight line as well, so it's reflecting again. So hopefully we can separate Austin's target from the actual second returns on the bridge. So he's passing under it right now. Okay, so Austin is on the other side. I don't see him yet. Figure out how far away from the bridge he is. Okay, so I think he's on the other side of the bridge. I think we lost him in here somewhere, unless that's him. Because he should be moving away from the bridge, but I don't see him moving anymore. Because this target's not moving, so that's not him.
All right, does anybody have Austin on the other side of the bridge?
No.
Unconfirmed. I've got one target that's not moving that looks it should be about his position, but I don't think it's him.
Have him about on and off inconsistently, but we have a target about 0.78 or 8.89, 0.86 miles away.
We know that some radars have some trouble punching through a hard target such as a bridge to mark some other targets on the other side. So we're looking at the screen here on system C. We got a little bit of traffic around us, but this is going to be that skiff right here. He's moving right up towards this marker in front of him. So we're going to keep tracking him on this 1 mile range, and we're going to track him past this marker. We're probably going to lose him a little bit in this clutter, but we're going to see if we can't get him to pop out on the other side and see if we can't see him. So he should be getting right up next to that marker. So that's him right there. So we're going to see how close he can be and still be as marked as one target. So he's now merged as one target with that marker, and he's going to be roughly 100 feet, 100 feet of area in between him and that marker. Now he's going to go on past it. He's going to make his way underneath the 7 mile bridge. So while we're sitting here watching the skiff head towards the bridge, we just want to keep everybody in mind that we are still running in this coastal mode designated here by the CSTL. And also, we have not changed any of our parameters. Everything is still running in auto, but we'll go ahead and hit that auto button again. As you can see, nothing changed. So here we are, we're still marking that skiff. He's getting out to be about a half mile away. So we're gonna see if we can pick him up underneath that bridge or on the other side. So I can see the skiff. It looks like he's getting to be just under the bridge, and we've kind of lost contact with him here on the radar. As is kind of to be expected. You've got a large bridge, a small skiff. He's gonna blend in pretty well. But once he gets on the other side, we're gonna see if he doesn't pop out for us. We're seeing this area right in here is sometimes blended as one target. Every once in a while, we're picking it up as a couple. I'm not sure if that's gonna be him or if that's just gonna be part of the bridge structure. It looks like he's definitely on the other side of the bridge now. So we're looking to see his target pop up somewhere in that area. So we've been sitting here waiting for a few minutes. I know that we have a sailboat sitting on the other side of the bridge, waiting to come through. But I have not seen, I haven't seen the skiff reappear there on the other side. I don't know if it's too early to draw a conclusion, but it looks like we may have lost the skiff on our radar. Yeah, he's well on the other side of the bridge by now, so I think it's safe to say we lost the skiff as he went under the bridge. We did see him go under, but we haven't found him yet on the other side. All right, this is system C. We saw the skiff approaching the bridge, possibly get to the bridge, but we have not seen the skiff emerge from the other side of the bridge.
This was another tough radar test, and we knew using that 17-foot skiff would be a tough target for these radomes to be able to see. But this is where the DRS-4D NXT really shined. It was the only system that was able to see Austin when he got to the other side of the bridge. The other systems saw it approaching, but when it got to the other side of the bridge, they could visually see it, but the radar would not paint the target on the screen. When Austin brought the skiff underneath the bridge, all 4 systems were able to pick him up. But only TZ Touch 3, System A, and System C actually changed the color of the target to show that a hazardous object was coming at you. System B, unfortunately, never changed the color of the target. We have a few more features and tests to run through before we end our radar shootout. So make sure you join us on the next episode of Furuno Connections. Thanks for watching. If you enjoyed this video, make sure you like, subscribe, and click on the bell below to get notifications for the next time we release new videos. Thanks a lot, and we'll see you next time.